Okay, B fam is back in the house once again. I've got some more jewels for your bags. Now I know some of you are saying, where have you been for the past 9 days, B fam? Well, hey, I've been busy with my business. This time of year, summertime, is absolutely doolally when it comes to the car valeting business. People go ape shit, right? They want their cars blinging up, people. So I've been literally run off my feet. But hey, I'm back to do another banging video. Now, before we get into the hex stats, more drama has been taking place in the Cefi ecosphere. That's right, people. More punks are getting beat down within the centralized finance. Scumbags they are. Absolutely scum. Anyway, what's going on? Bitcoin billionaire Sam Bankman. That's a bad man name. Bankman. You know, he's got, look, when you got a surname like Bankman, you know you got dough. You got dough. You got dough. Anyway, Sam Bankman anyway, bails out embattled crypto firms BlockFi and Voyager. Now, for those who don't know, BlockFi and Voyager are very similar to Celsius and Nexo platforms, like crypto banks, for lack of a better word, where you put your money on these platforms, they take it, do what they want, and give you some interest. But hey, more dominoes have been falling, and apparently Sam is trying to bail out BlockFi and Voyager. Scumbags, people. They're all scum. They're all scum. Yeah, that's right. BFAM said it. All scumbags. Right. Anyway, I don't see Celsius on here, Sam. What? You run out of money, Sam? I know you ain't run out of money. You got some bills, Sam. Come on, Sam. Help out Celsius right now, because BFAM and his brethren, they got money on there, and we want our money back. Hopefully. But hey, time will tell. But this is what's going on, people. I told you, look, the dominoes effect is happening. Crypto has more drama than your favorite soap opera right now. It always has, right? So we are seeing more weak designs within some of these centralized platforms, these centralized crypto platforms, not decentralized. There is a difference. There is a difference. And we need to be easing our way off of these scummy centralized platforms and making our way slowly but surely over to the fully decentralized world, people, because this is the type of crap that is going on. Now, it's a good thing. You know why I say that? Because we are seeing which platforms have weak designs, or some of these people that are running these platforms, they are mismanaging the funds, over leveraged, greedy. I don't know, I ain't behind the scenes, but something's gone down that has made all of these platforms go down. And there's no word on Celsius right now. The only word on Celsius came out a few hours ago. Goldman Sachs is looking to raise 2 billion to buy Celsius. Apparently they have 12 billion in equity and 8 billion they've got loaned out. So these guys that are buying it for 2 billion, if this is true, they're getting a done deal. Now it's funny because Goldman Sachs a few years ago, they were flooding crypto like it was going out of fashion, people. That's right, Goldman Sachs was one of those boys out there flooding the cryptocurrency ecosphere. And now look at them, they are drooling, they're dripping, saliva is pouring out their mouths, trying to buy up Celsius on a cheap. This is how the game is played, my fellow Ethereans. This is how the big money played. They FUD it, bring prices down, and then buy it up and make some more money. So you have to learn the rules of this game, because if not, you're going to get totally wrecked. And some of us have been wrecked on some of these centralized platforms. That's why BFAM right now, I am just beating the drum. I am beating the African drum to all my fellow Ethereans right now to make that slow transition from centralized platforms to fully decentralized platforms. We don't need them no more. We don't need them. We've been in this game for a little hot minute. We've got used to some of these centralized platforms because it's easy, lemon squeezy. But right now, the majority of your money, not financial advice, but needs to be on a peer-to-peer level. You need to be just dealing with smart contracts. You need to be just dealing with pure mathematics. Middle fingers to these human beings. No disrespect to none of them. There's no hate. But hear what? We don't need you. Right now, we live in the beam me up Scotty era, where we live in a day and time where you and I can just interact with a smart contract platform and print money like it's running out of fashion, people. Like it's going out of fashion. Is that the saying? Right? But we have the opportunity right now, people, in hex.com, one of the best DeFi yield bearing platforms out there that's not dealing with no middleman. You're just dealing with you and the smart contract. It's simple as that. That's the only risk that you're dealing with. There's no human beings to get greedy. There's no human beings to do over leveraging. None of that crap with hex.com. The algorithm runs things. Pure maths. If you don't like it, well, hey, you're going to miss out on some heinous gains, people. On some heinous gains. Right now, Hex has been in some absolutely mouth-drooling prices for the past few weeks. It's been hovering between 2.8 cents and just over 5 cents, people. People, anything under 10 cents right now with Hex is absolutely a steal of the century. Why do I say this? Because Hex, Hex is very simple. The main ingredient, or one of the main aspects of Hex is the T-shares, people, is the T-share price. In fact, let me just go back to this chart a minute. Let me just go back to this chart. Right now, you're looking at the weekly chart of Hex. And what do we see here? We see a green triangle, indicating there could be some upward momentum coming soon for Hex on the weekly time frame. The bulls may be coming back, people. They may be coming back to push that price back up to maybe around the 10 cents. We don't know. But I tell you this, you're going to see a lot of dead cat bounces or relief rallies. Basically, when a price of a asset comes down and it's still in a downtrend, but sometimes over a few weeks, over a few days, you get a little pump. And then after that initial pump, we go back down to the gutter. Now, Hex may come back down to the gutter of around just under 3 cents, around about the 2 cents level. It may come back. But hear what I'm saying. Is Hex a bargain right now at these prices? From BFAM's point of view, hell yeah. Why? Because let's look at the stats. Let's look at the stats. Right now, the cost of a T-share, it will cost you 22,847 Hex. Remember, T-shares are priced in Hex. Nothing else. Right now, 22,847 Hex will cost you approximately just over $1,000, people. $1,000 for one whole T-shares, which pays you out 6.1 T-share per day. Sorry, 6.1 Hex per day. Remember, when you buy Hex and you go to stake it, the contract gives you T-shares or B-shares, depending on how much you're staking and you're locking up. Let's just stick with the T-shares, right? It will give you T-shares. Okay? And those T-shares will pay you your interest in Hex every day, all day. The longer you stake, the more interest you receive. The more money you stake, the more interest you receive, or the more Hex you will receive. You get paid out in Hex. So you get paid out in Hex. So we're using Hex to buy T-shares. T-shares is paying us in Hex. We take that Hex and buy more T-shares. T-shares is giving us even more Hex. People, I don't know if you see it. Don't you see how beautiful this is? And you can stake it however long you want to stake it, up to 15 years. You can do multiple stakes. And let me tell you something. When PulseChain launches, you will be able to do stakes and unstaking for literally less than a cent, as opposed to staking on the Ethereum network and you're paying 10, 20, 30, 40 bucks plus the same to stake and to unstake. People, do you know what that's going to do to the Hex price? Because you're going to find new people coming into PulseChain, find out about Hex. They come into PulseX, find out about Hex. What they're going to do when they make some gains? Some of them are going to buy some Hex and stake it, people. What do you think is going to happen to the price of Hex over time? People, right now we are getting some bargain bucket prices. What you need to do is focus on an amount of Hex that you need to accumulate. Be it 100,000, 500,000, a million, 2 million, 10 million, whatever the amount. But remember, you will also get a copy of, say you got 500,000, you accumulated 500,000 Hex over the last few months. And you've got it in your MetaMask wallet on the Ethereum network. Once PulseChain launches, you will have 500,000 of P-Hex on the PulseChain network also. So now you have a total of 1 million Hex. 500 on the Ethereum chain and 500 on the PulseChain. People, yo, it's a blessing Richard Hart has not launched PulseChain right now. It's a blessing. Why? Because it gives us time to stack up our Hex. Because we know where this thing is going, people. Those of us who has done their due diligent research on this project, on this smart contract, yield bearing, no counterparty risk, no human being, just you and the contract, people. Do you know how? Come on, people. As I said, we are living in some real futuristic era where you can put your money, you're in control of your own money, you can lock it up for a period of time, and it's going to pay you 10, 20, 30, up to 40% APR back on your money, depending on how long you lock it up for. No questions asked. People, do you know how heinous this is? You need to focus your mind right now, my fellow Ethereans. Know where you're putting your money. Know where you're putting your money, right? Have some serious goals. For example, you may say to yourself, I want to do 365 stakes. One stake for each day of the year. Every so often, until you get to 365 stakes in 365 different wallets. These are the type of things you need to be thinking about, because you're paying yourself in the future. You're guaranteeing yourself you will be wealthy in the future by you doing the work right now. Get grimy, people. Get grizzly. Right now, I'm selling my car. I am selling my car, people, and flinging it into crypto. I ain't playing no more. I ain't playing. Why am I selling my car, BFM? Well, it's a liability right now for me. I hardly use it. So right now I'm saying to myself, right now, you gotta go. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Because why? I can make a whole ton of money with that car money that I ain't spending. People, these are the type of things that I am doing personally right now. I'm getting rid of certain liabilities that I don't need. I'm getting so focused on this cryptocurrency thing, especially with certain good projects like Hex. People, we're going in hard right now. We are going in hard. As I said, Hex is at some bargain bucket prices. It could come down at 4.4 cents. It's a steal. If it drops back down to 2 cents, it's a steal. Accumulate, 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 people. That's all I'm saying right now. Not financial advice, but if you know what's good for you and you've done your due diligence research and you know where you're putting your money and you know what Hex is about, it's a win-win situation. It's circles within circles that keeps on constantly paying you as long as you buy at appropriate times, you stake it, you have multiple stakes. The key to this thing here is having multiple stakes over time. And me and you, we ain't going anywhere soon. We're still going to be in the crypto in 5, 10, 15 plus 20 years. We're still going to be here. So why not guarantee yourself, or a high probability should I say, make yourself a winner, because we have a finished product in Hex. Hex has outshone Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi. It's proven itself. These companies here, people, these centralized CeFi companies, they've shown their colors of what they're all about. So it will be smart to really just deal with good DeFi projects, people, where you are in total control of your money. Hex, Aave, Liquidity, these are just a few names that I have off, at the top of my mind. But these are all DeFi cryptocurrencies, people. And make sure, always check that there's no admin keys, whichever project that you're dealing with. Because if they have the admin keys, then they can go through the back door, people, and do what they do. So please go and check out hexdailystats.com and see for yourself. Go for the stats for yourself, people, because right now, if I scroll down, you can see here. Let's go back to the beginning of Hex. Right, look, day 1, the 3rd of the 12th, 2019, the 3rd of December 2019, people. 2019, there was no price whatsoever, right? Price action started in the 3rd day. It will cost you for one T-share $7. $7 for one T-share, people. And at the time, it was paying you 1.1 Hex. People, $7. Now that T-share is costing you $1,000. And it's paying you just over 6 Hex every day. People, do the maths. This is simple, pure maths, pure mathematics at its best. Absolute genius this protocol is, people. Look, I've only been in Hex for about coming up to a year, and the more I go down the rabbit hole, the more bullish I get with this thing here. Absolutely. Especially what's happened in the CeFi side of things with Celsius, BlockFi, 3 Hours Capital, Voyager, and maybe a few others out there. Scumbags, people, absolute scumbags. And apparently, and I'm saying apparently because I don't know how true this is, but word in the streets is Mr. Alex Mashinsky tried to get away out of the US. I don't know how true it is, people. It hasn't been verified yet. But if that is the truth, oh, Alex, my man, I'm gonna really send the goons for you, Alex. This is just not on. Now, obviously, there is risk with smart contract platforms. Of course. Something could go wrong with the code. But right now, Hex has been running smooth since December 2019. It's coming up to 3 years now, people. Right? It's coming up to 3 years. Let's just go back to that stats again, right? So as you can see, day 47, one T-share will cost you $1. Let's fast forward a bit. Let's go previous. Come on. Let's see. Day 247. One T-share, $43, people. And it's paying you 3.4 Hex every day. Return on your investment from all-time low, right? 72 times your money. Jeez. Right? This is what Hex has been doing. The stats are right here in front of us. That's the great thing about this cryptocurrency blockchain stuff. You get pure, absolute data that you can go through and see for yourself the numbers. You know, the numbers, hey, the numbers speak for itself, right? So, day 467, which was the 13th of March 2021. Okay? 178 times your money. T-share, for one T-share, it will cost you $171, people. $171 for one T-share. And it was paying you 6 hex per day. People, do you see what's happening? And now, that same T-share is costing you $1,000 and it's paying you just over 6 hex a day. Do you see what's happening with this whole gameplay? This is absolutely brilliant. Brilliant, people. Absolutely brilliant. Right? Let's go forward a bit more. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. 11th of July 2021. Day 587. T-share price $1,577. The payout 5.8 hex per T-share. People. So we're getting a bargain right now, people, at $1,000 for one of these T-shares. It's paying you 6 hex per day. You lock it up for, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Maybe it would be your best intention to lock up your hex until 2024, 2025. Why? Because round about that time, BFAM is saying that's when the market will be up on a uptrend, going by the Bitcoin halving, right? So you may see some heinous gains by then, and you can unstake your T-share that you've locked up for a few years and go shopping. Yeah. So people, pay yourself now so you'll be fine in the future. If you do the work right now, the year after, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, you will not need to worry about moolah. You won't need to worry about money because you've got so much stakes via hex.com. You be staked out, people. You be staked out. You get to your $1 million plus. But you got to start. You have to make that start. If you don't make the start, then you ain't going to get paid. It's simple as that. And as I said, the more hex you have, the more T-shares you can get. The more T-shares you have, the more hex. Oh, I mean, how beautiful is that? I know I keep repeating myself, but think about what I'm trying to say. The more hex you have, the more T-shares you can buy. The more T-shares you have, the more hex T-shares is paying you. The more hex you have, the more T-shares you can buy. Oh my days. Absolutely game changer. So, that is the beauty of hex. It's all about the T-shares. And right now, we are at some bargain bucket prices, people. Absolutely splendid. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Right, so as you can see, I mean, hex, it pumped up to just over 6 cents. Yesterday, pumped up to just over 5 cents, 5.5 cents. So, people, what more can I say? What more can I say? What's going on in the crypto market in general? What's going on with the Bitcoin? Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at 20,900. Ethereum at 1,200 and change. Hey, the Gwei is 77 Gwei. Totally ridiculous. Hey, don't worry, people. Soon we'll have PulseChain and some absolutely redonkulous cheap fees at the speed of darkness, transaction speed. Hey, it's gonna be a absolute blast. And for those people who have not got into PulseChain and PulseX, don't you worry, because when it launches, you will be like those people that got into Ethereum when it first launched back in 2015, or Uniswap when it first launched back in 2019. Okay, you're it's early days, and in fact, it's still early days for Hex. Hex is like buying Bitcoin after the first few years it launched. That's how BFAM views Hex. I view Hex just like to be honest, a better Bitcoin. Why? Because it's paying me. It's paying me just for staking, just for holding it and staking it for a period of time. I am getting more Hex tokens. Simple. This ain't rocket science, people. It really ain't rocket science. It's a certificate of deposit. Go and look at the certificate of deposit market out there, people. Trillions upon trillions of dollars. People always lock up their money. High interest accounts, whatever you want to call them. People always lock up their money for a specific period of time to gain interest. Simple. It's the same thing as what Hex is doing. Simple, but just a crypto format, decentralized format. Simple, people. It is that simple. It ain't complicated. It really ain't. So I'm going to end the video there. I didn't want to go too long. So people, please, for those of you, maybe it's your first time hearing about BFAM talk about Hex. Yo, people, if it is, please go down the rabbit hole of Hex. Go to their social media, go on the website, read up everything you can, go and check out the founder, and then make up your own mind. Don't listen to BFAM. I'm a crazy guy just on the internet. Don't listen to me. I could be telling you crap, okay? And I could be leading you down the wrong path. So don't listen to BFAM. Listen to your own self. Do your own diligent research of your own accord. You have your own wonderful mind. Use it. Please don't waste it. Anyway, make sure you go and check out my previous videos. Like, subscribe, and share if you care. Please, because it helps get this information out to people that need it. And right now, people need this information. And before I go, I was talking to my cousin the other day. And going back to what I said earlier on, we live in the future right now where I can interact with a smart contract platform, press a few buttons, and make me some money in the future. If that in the future, I don't know what is, right? If that ain't digital, I don't know what is. If that is some Battlestar Galactica, some, beam me up Scotty stuff, hey, I don't know what is. In fact, if some people right now, if they forget to charge their car overnight, they ain't getting to work. No, they ain't getting to work because why? It takes about an hour to charge, right? On a slow charge, right? This is the time that we're living at, people. We have electric cars right now. Soon we will have driverless cars. Soon you will not need to take a driving test. Why? Because the car drives itself. This is the world where we at, people. If you didn't know, this is where we're heading. This is where we at, right? So the car drives itself. So why do I need to drive a car? I don't need to. Don't need to no more. I just sit in the back and chill, do some work. Right? Yeah, that's where we are heading. Minicabs and taxis, you better find a new occupation in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. I'm telling you. Because that game is going to get eaten alive by driverless cars. I'm telling you right now. You heard it first on Ether9 TV, right? The minicab and black taxi game is on a downward spiral, people, because of technology. BFAM says so. Anyway, leave a comment in the section if you know of a decentralized platform that gives you heinous, copious yield like Hex. If you do, please leave it in the comment. Let BFAM know, because there's over 20,000 different cryptocurrencies out there and I can't keep up with them all. Hell no. Okay? So, I gotta love you. I gotta leave you. Pure divine love out to you and your family. Keep DCAing, dollar cost averaging in whatever crypto that you have on your mind. Right? Keep DCAing, people, because nothing goes down forever. Okay. Peace and love.